All right, MMA fans, I have the pleasure to talk with the inaugural One Championship Flyweight Submission Grappling Champion, Mr. Mikey Musumeci. Hello, Mikey. Welcome back. How are you today?
Sta bene, come stai, fratello? Ora sto parlando italiano. That's my Italian.
Your Italian is perfect. Sto molto bene, grazie. Where are you right now? Are you enjoying some time off the mat or are you still training?
No, I'm in Singapore right now. I finished my match and now I'm here training at Evolve in Singapore.
Oh, so
I haven't taken one day off from training since my match.
Oh, so no vacation for you?
No vacation. Still training normal.
Are you looking for a quick, turnaround?
I don't know. I'm right now doing other things, studying business and other things, but my training normal. I train normal regardless if I have a fight or not. I'm always in camp, you know. The Jiu-Jitsu lifestyle isn't really stopping training, starting training. It's just consistently doing this every day for the rest of your life, you know. So I really try to embody the Jiu-Jitsu lifestyle.
Yeah, the constant pursuit of perfection. That's a long road, and but still, so far it has been pretty good for you. You're coming off a fantastic performance at one on Prime
Thank you,
Video.
sir. Grazie mille.
Prego. That's true. That's true. Before we start talking about that, listen, you in the post-fight interview, you disclosed that you had neck surgery 3 months ago. What happened?
I had appendix surgery.
Sorry, appendix. Sorry.
Yeah. So I was training normal, and all of a sudden, I felt like I had food poisoning. So my stomach was in stabbing pain, you know. So I didn't know what was going on. I was with my girlfriend, and she was she was trying to help me because I was very sick. So I was in so much pain, and I went to dinner that night with Shatri, and Shatri said to me, "Dude, I don't think that's food poisoning," because I was pointing to one part of my stomach. So he told me that it's appendix, and I should go to the hospital. So I didn't even want to go to the hospital. I was like, "Oh, I'm fine." But then they kind of made me go to the hospital, and 5 seconds later, I needed emergency surgery because my appendix was about to burst. Ooh. And if it bursted, I could have died, you know. So I was like a few hours or very little time from it being life-threatening, you know.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. And of course, I'm glad that everything went well. You recovered from the, so I mean, you know.
Yeah, but it was a lot of hard work, you know, because they opened my stomach up, you know, so it definitely affected my core, and I wasn't allowed to train hard until about 3 weeks before this match. So I wasn't allowed to train hard, and my stomach, I lost a lot of strength in my core from the surgery. So it was a long process to get back into shape, you know. The day after the surgery, the doctor said to me, "Hey, you could walk around, you could lightly walk if you want after the surgery," because I was asking what physical activities I can do. And then I ran 10 miles that day, 16 kilometers.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, that was pretty impressive. And allow me to that, you shouldn't have done that.
Definitely not. But then when the doctor, then later on, I almost messed up and hurt myself more. But I went back to the doctor, and they looked, and they're like, "Oh, okay, you're fine." And then I told them what I did, and they were really mad, but they couldn't stay mad at me because I didn't hurt myself. So.
Listen, what about your diet? Did you manage to get the right nutrition after the surgery?
Yeah, I just kept eating pizza and pasta, you know. Yeah, I'm the staple of Italy, you know, where you are in Italy. I'm the staple. I show for the motherland. I do it for the motherland.
That's it.
Andiamo.
And now back to your clash with Cleber Sousa. I was surprised by your strategy. How come did you choose to fight off your back right off the gate, but at the same time, it turned out to be the right one, the right strategy?
So for jiu-jitsu, the person that wins the match is the one that attacks submissions. Okay, so I sat down on my back because I wanted to attack as many submissions as I can, so I could constantly keep attacking. If I did takedowns, I would have less time to attack submissions. So I feel like it's a waste of time for me to do takedowns because that time I could be using to attack my partner with submissions, you know. So that's why I sat down and immediately started to attack him every second, you know. I was very upset I didn't get the submission finish, but every second of the match, if you watch, I was working very hard to attack him every second, you know. Cleber was doing a very good job defending the submissions. But the rules of one championship, whoever has the most submissions wins the match. He didn't attack one submission on me. So it was like 6 submissions to 0, you know? So in my mind, I just wanted to keep attacking him every second. I made mistakes, obviously, because I couldn't finish him. So I have to go back and fix those. But it was a good experience, you know? I had so much adrenaline being in front of so many people in a big crowd. Like, I was horrified. My first match on one championship against Imanari was during COVID time. So it was empty, the arena. It wasn't that many people. But
Yeah.
but to me, that was still horrifying. This was like 10 times crazier with fireworks, with the fans, the lights, all the crazy things, you know. So I really got spooked, but I handled it, you know. So I showed myself that even when I was really uncomfortable, I was able to handle it. And I'm gonna grow from the experience. And I need the experience, you know. The only way to get comfortable in something you're uncomfortable with is doing what? Doing it over and over, right? So I'm really happy I had a hard 10-minute match to adjust to this environment, you know. So then when I have to fight Mighty Mouse in the future, I'll be more adjusted to this situation, you know. Like, I couldn't imagine fighting Mighty Mouse before this match if I didn't do this. I needed this experience. I would have been completely frozen.
Yeah, it's sure you spent some precious time inside the circle. You know, we discussed we discussed your strategy. I told you that I was surprised by it, but at the same time, I was also surprised that he tried several times to pass your guard, and he never managed to even pass your guard, which it's pretty impressive by itself, you know, blocking your opponent from even passing your guard.
Yeah, I knew I had the guard retention for my partner, like coming in very aggressive to try to pass. So I had very good guard retention, and I just kept attacking him with submissions, you know. It would have been a little cooler if he would have attacked more submissions as well, you know, because he didn't attack any submissions. He was just trying to pass. But again, I should have probably switched gears and started going for his back more like I did at the end. At the end, I was able to sweep and take his back almost. So I should have changed to this strategy during the match. But I was trying so hard to just get the submission, you know. So sometimes we get too focused on one thing and we don't focus on other parts of the match. So I feel like I made that mistake, that I was so focused on just attacking the submissions instead of trying to take his back, instead of trying to sweep him, you know. I could have done more things for sure. But again, it's going to help me get better and learn.
Yeah, sure. So far, so good. Correct me if I'm wrong. It was the 3rd time you guys faced each other, right?
Yes, he's a super tough opponent. You know, I lost him one time in the past, so I knew that fighting him would be a war. Competing with him, I know MMA people get mad when I call it a fight. So I try to say compete, but sometimes I say fight by accident. So don't hold that against me, MMA people.
No,
I know we're not punching each other, so. Yeah,
that's good. I mean, you're not punching each other, but still, grappling can be pretty dangerous as well, you know, with those submission attempts. You mentioned in this interview, you mentioned Demetrious Johnson. You didn't call him out, but you asked very gently for a confrontation in a submission grappling match. Any news on that?
I don't know what's gonna happen. I work for one championship, and if they want to make it, if they put it together, awesome. If they don't, there'll be another great match. But I think it's going to happen. I believe so. I believe that we'll make it happen. Whatever rule set they need us to do, we could improvise. If that means me having to do more stand up and go to the gym and train. I trained 7 years Muay Thai as a kid, so I'm not a I could learn more skills if I have to. So we'll see what we could do to make it happen. But I just want to be a part of history and face such a legend like Mighty Mouse in the circle. It'd be such an honor.
Well, fingers crossed it will go down somewhere in the future. But if
Yes.
not Mighty Mouse, is there anyone else you would like to face in your first title defense?
Yeah. Yes. So if not Mighty Mouse, I would really like to face the best Sambo world champion there is in submission grappling format, because submission grappling is is a format, right? And Jiu-Jitsu and Sambo are both forms of submission grappling. Now the type of Sambo that Khabib does and those guys, they do combat Sambo. That's what strikes. That's like MMA. But there's another type of Sambo. It's called sports Sambo. Sports Sambo is more like Jiu-Jitsu. So they just do submissions and takedowns, which is just like Jiu-Jitsu. So I would love to experience fighting the best world champion in Sambo in my category, and we both fight each other in the submission grappling format. I think that would be really exciting because my whole life I only competed with Brazilians and Americans, right? Like I have no idea what it's like to fight the top Sambo people. Like I don't know, will they kill me? Will I beat them? Like there's a lot of questions, so it would be really exciting for me to have that uncertainty, like what it is to face them, and I know that a lot of people would enjoy that as well.
Yeah.
The first title match in the 170 division, Cade Rutolo is fighting a top Sambo person. So they're having the Sambo people come. The Sambo people are interested as well, So let's have them fight us Jiu-Jitsu people, and let's see in the submission grappling format which style is superior. And it makes it exciting. Two different sports, Jiu-Jitsu and Sambo. It's really cool.
Yeah, it is indeed. And yeah, it's always fascinating to see style against style, clashing to
Yeah, we don't know what will happen. We really don't know what will happen, and they're from a whole different continent than us, and they've been doing a whole different sport. Like, let's see which one in this format will reign superior.
Well, one championship, make it happen, please. Mikey, last one, a quick one for you before letting you go. I saw you on the dance floor with the stamp Fairtex. Did you manage to learn the stamp dance?
Yes. She was a really good instructor. She helped me a lot. It was so much fun dancing with her.
So can we expect to see you, putting on some moves in the circle after your next victory, or during the
my
workout,
God,
whatever you prefer?
Yeah, if I do any dance moves, it's because of Stamp for sure. Like I'll try for Stamp. I'll do it for Stamp, my dance teacher.
Amazing. Thank you very much, Mikey. Do you have any
Thank
last
you so much
messages?
for your time, sir.
Thank you. Have a nice one. Bye.
Have a nice one.